achieved a higher comprehension of love.
Certainly.
Carry the blessings of Mara with you, so the rest of the province may shine with her glories.
Completed. The Book of Love. Agent of Mara added. I'm guessing that's going to be my permanent effect. I'm not going to ask about assistance. Let me see if that's the effect I was looking for. Yeah. Agent of Mara. What? Wait a second. Where's the Agent of Mara? Fortify Restoration. Amulet of Mara. I am still wearing that amulet. I gotta remember to take that off. Blessing of Mara. Healing spells restore 10% more. That's only lasting 7 hours. Let me scroll through here real quick and see if I can find the Agent of Mara effect listed on anything else. Ah, resist magic. Interesting. That is not the effect that I thought I was going for. Good effect though. Either way, 15 resist magic. Agent of Mara. Okay, so I am going to have to, well, first and foremost, switch my amulet back over to, what was I wearing? I want to say it was something that no, it was the Galder amulet, that's right. Because that 30 to each is still quite handy. I'm going to see if I can go find out if the effect that I thought I saw is actual and how I get it if it is. It appears I was wrong. Okay, so the only permanent abilities, and they're called perks in the guide, that are available through temple quests are the Agent of Debella and the Agent of Mara. The Agent of Mara gives 15% resist magic, which you just saw. The Agent of Debella gives plus 10% melee damage to the opposite sex. The Agent of Debella is from the temple quest, the Heart of Debella. And I'm not exactly sure, looking at this table, where that starts, although I may say so here in just a second. There's also a bunch of others. I'm going to read the name of each real quick, but I'm not going to read their effect, except for the one that I thought this was. There's Ancient Knowledge, Archmage's Authority, Assassin's Aegis, Dragon Infusion, Eternal Spirit, Force Without Effort, Gift of the Gab, Nightingale's Aegis, Prowler's Prophet, Sailor's Repose, Sindarian's Serendipity, and the Fire Within. So I thought that Agent of Mara was the 10% bonus to all restoration spells, but it's not. Sailor's Repose is, and I get Sailor's Repose from the dungeon quest, What Lies Beneath. So to prioritize that next, or to jump into some of the other priorities I have going on? I think I'm going to continue with some of these other priorities. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm actually going to make Delphine first, because I'm curious to see what I get for having offed Paarthurnax. So let's journey real quick to Skyhaven Temple, and then I'll take another look at potentially doing that dungeon quest to get the 10% healing bonus, because that would be nice. To Skyhaven Temple, I have returned. I now ascend the steps into, I don't know, I guess the operations room. Sure enough, here's Delphine.
We heard the news from Whiterun that you left the city on the back of a dragon. That's a little showy, even for you. Since you're still alive, I assume you have good news to report.
I do indeed, Delphine, yes. I used Alduin's portal to travel to Sovngarde. He's dead.
Gods above, that's better news than I had hoped. When you walked into my inn that day, I never imagined where it would all lead. Dragons out of legend. Sovngarde.
About Paarthurnax.
Have you decided to do the right thing, Dragonborn?
It's done. Paarthurnax is dead. I decided that his threat couldn't be left in the world after we were gone, with no one to stand against him.
I knew we could count on you. Glad to have you back on our side.
Completed. Paarthurnax. So, this is all the blades? 2 people?
The Thalmor hunted us down, remember? It wasn't exactly great for recruitment. But we have a headquarters of a sort now. We will rebuild the blades. Someday.
Maybe I can help you find new recruits.
If you find anyone you think would make a good recruit, I can certainly take a look at them. Remember though, being a blade is a lifelong commitment. Their loyalty has to be with us once they're in.
Now that you're not protecting the Empire, or even more specifically now that you're not protecting the Emperor, it may be difficult I brought someone to induct into the Blades. I guess I could give my follower to her. That's kind of interesting. I'm definitely not going to do that yet because I really like Mule. Anyway, as I was saying, it might be hard to come by loyalty for just a group of... I guess they do have dragons now, so I guess they can go back to being just dragon hunters, which is kind of cool. I think I'm going to take Read Atlas of Dragons. Hold up. Huh, interesting. It's kind of long, so I'm not going to bother reading it. I'm going to take a quick stroll around the fortress here, though. Garlic and a salt pile. Taking them. To see if I can find anything useful or even interesting. Looks like Esbern has pretty good taste in books. I saw some Elder Scrolls shenanigans there, as well, of course, as all the Dragonborn information. I know there's got to be a few antechambers off the main one here. Oh, a chest, a chest. Hide, some robes, nothing real valuable. 10 gold. So far, not worth running back here for. Again, more gold, some pelts that I could take if I so desired. I have a crap ton of pelts, though, stacked up right now. You know what, the strips, that's the raw resource. I don't even have to do anything for those to be useful, so I am going to go ahead and take the leather strips. Continuing on, more gold, and that appears as though, in time, it's going to be full of blade recruits. Okay. I guess the other... here we go. I've not explored this yet. Dragonbane. Whoa. What is this all about? I found a weapon. 30 points of extra damage to dragons. 10 points of shock damage to others. Interesting. So your enchantment power would be wasted as you use it on people. Looks like it might be a two-hander. No. As you can see, only the L's there. If it's a two-hander, it'll say L and R. So this I can switch between my left and right hand. Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna take it, definitely. May just end up like selling it or something. That doesn't seem like a fantastic weapon, especially for me as a mage. Mace etiquette. I'll be taking that. After getting my one-handed skill. Blades armor. I don't have a good point of reference for heavy armor. What's good heavy armor and what's bad. And looking at this character as opposed to yours at home probably isn't going to be really useful either, because I have no heavy armor skill, so those armor values will likely be a lot higher if you are a heavy armor wearer. So I have no idea if that's quality heavy armor.
It's exhilarating.
And I think...
Need something?
Let's explore Esbern's
You
dialogue.
have to speak up. I'm a little deaf in my right ear.
Interesting. Nothing. I'm going to go ahead and get the blessing again. Why not?
That's all there is to it, Dragon.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Thank you, Esbern. Alright, so, that was pretty simple. Looks like I can bring some followers here and maybe further that along. I might try to do a little look up in the guide to see what that might lead to before I actually delve into it. I don't want to bring a follower up here, give them to the Blades, and then never have the chance to get the follower back myself. Although that's being pretty stingy. There are a lot of followers in the world. You can get 5 housecarls alone, because you can be the Thane of 5 different holds. Anyway, I don't think I'm going to progress anymore there. I'm not going to bring a follower up to see where it goes right at the moment. I'm going to move on instead to deliver the package to Arnell, I believe, and then probably do all this blood harvesting so that I can get the Augma Infinium. And then I need to return to Blackreach for a couple things, actually. The Crimson Nirnroot being one of them. There's a book. I actually ended up going in Blackreach with my archer. There's no way I'm going to be able to find it by just looking around. There's a book that, I do need the map up, though, because I need to fast travel. There's a book in Blackreach in this Arniel. Arniel is going to be the first objective. Here we go. Let me stop interrupting myself. There's a book in Blackreach. Right when you come into Blackreach through Alfdand, there's a building right in front of you. When I went through there with my mage, I didn't go into the building, because I got sidetracked. I saw some Crimson Nirnroot. I saw a huge cavern. I started exploring it. I got all excited. It turns out, though, that you find a skeleton in there that used to belong to Sindarian, an alchemist from Oblivion. And Sindarian has a journal on him that describes his journey after the events of Oblivion. Describes him seeing a specimen of this Crimson Nirnroot and then coming to Skyrim in search of it. And it mentions a farm on the surface that I would like to try to find. Sindarian wasn't there himself, and though looking at the journal gave me the quest, picking up a Crimson Nern root also gives you the quest. Arniel, I think, is normally in the... this isn't attainment, this is Countenance, the Hall of Countenance. I would like to go to the farm just to see if there's anything else I could find out about the Crimson Nern root. See if there's any more direction to it other than go collect 30 and see what happens. Because that seems pretty vague. That doesn't exactly dangle a carrot in front of me to entice my desire to go collect all those.
Divines bless you.
Hello, Arniel.
Perhaps we can go another few
that's
decades
right.
without a disaster. That would be
warped
nice.
soul gem. He's staring at it.
Perhaps we can go another few decades.
It would be nice, Arniel. Hush.
Dagger?
I have the dagger you wanted.
By Akatosh, they didn't even wrap it correctly. You didn't touch it, did you? Well, no. Of course you must have. Did you attempt to wield it? And you're not dead?
I actually didn't, I don't think. I might have.
It's a wonder it's in one piece.
So, you have everything you need now? What's the big deal about this dagger? So what's next? I'm going to ask about the dagger. I am intrigued.
This is not just a dagger. This is a dwarven artifact beyond nearly all value. A singular instrument of immense power.
He has a large
a tool
nose.
of impossible import. Keening and its counterpart Sunder, used by the tonal architects of the Dwemer to tap into the heart of Lorcan.
Lorcan? The heart of Lorcan. Why do I get the feeling that's that giant dwarven lockbox that Septimus Signus is standing out in front of? So you have everything you need now?
I do. I do indeed. Keening, one of the great tools of Kagranak himself, is finally in my possession. I don't think I really believed this day would come.
So what's next?
Now we see whether my theories are correct. I apologize if I have not been clear about my work. I didn't want to discuss it for fear this moment might never come. Everyone knows the dwarves disappeared. No one knows why. This little experiment is a first step in recreating the events of their disappearance in an effort to unravel that mystery.
Recreating the events of their disappearance?
I'm substituting the crystal you helped craft in its place. I also lack Sunder, the counterpart to the dagger Keening. I am reasonably confident, however, that this will still work. I certainly don't expect it to have quite the same results. I'm no tonal architect, of course. Well, I suppose it's time, isn't it? Let's see what happens. You may want to stand back a step or two.
Or maybe even more
But
than that.
please, don't leave. You've been instrumental in this process. I'd like you to see the results firsthand. Right then.
Oh man. Oh, he's just gonna strike it?
That didn't really do anything, did it?
It reset your
Perhaps a
animation
little
finally.
harder.
Oh boy.
I don't understand. This should produce some notable effect. Work, damn you!
Whoa! Blick him. He disappears. Sweet! Now I have Arniel's soul and a soul gem. Did the dagger dropped? I heard something sound like it hit the floor. Let's step outside. Huh. Well. That's interesting. He's gone. Sweet. No more mysterious endeavors for Arniel. I reckon I should probably mention this to somebody.
The eye
Probably
of
Tolfdir?
Magnus, here but lost. Slipped through our grasp.
Tolfdir, I think, is normally in the Hall of
We might have
Attainment,
learned.
which is the other hall. How much money do I have? Almost 8 grand. Probably enough I could blow some on some skill ups. I might look into that. Let's come back up here. Okay, it was across from that. Oh no, 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 no! Ah!
Father wanted me to follow
And
in
down
his
I go.
footsteps as a
Ah!
hunter, but I set my aspirations a bit higher. He never complained. I miss him.
Yeah, right. What father in his right mind would complain about an aspiring daughter? Or son, for that matter. So it won't let me take the warped soul gem. Hitting it